Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into one of my favourite parts of music production, taking a simple musical idea and transforming it into something alive, literally, because in this video we're bringing in a real live cellist to elevate the track. So stick around. By the end of this video you might never want to rely on virtual instruments alone again. Okay, let's have a look at this cue in a bit more detail. I'll show you the outline first and then we'll focus on the cello, which is the main part of this tune. So if you're commissioned to write something that involves a particular solo instrument, I think it's always best to go with a live player if possible, because virtual instruments will sound virtual by their nature. You can do a lot to compensate for that, but if it's going to stick out on its own, it is very tricky to fool the human ear. So let's look at the piano part to start with. It's a simple repeating pattern. So just playing on those top notes. Towards the end, we've got it doubled with some more harmonics, and this is all using Spitfire Audio Cinematic Soft Piano. Next we've got strings A and B from Albion Neo, and these are nicely close mic'd, so they give you that intimate sort of feel. So still following that 6/8 feel that we've got, and we're at 110 BPM if you're interested. Later on we introduce BBCSO bass pizzicato, and the only thing that really varies is the very end where we have a slight rundown. And there you go, that's pretty much the string part. The only other thing to mention is the percussion that we've got in here, and these are both from Damage. The first one is the low percussion, just doing these single hits at the beginning of each bar, keeping it nice and regular, then building layers as we go along, as we get to the halfway point, and then slightly later a variation on that high percussion part. So that's it for the outline of what's going on here. The main focus of the cue is of course the cello. So here is the part that I played in. I'll give you a couple of bars intro and then we'll hear the cello that I've programmed in with BBCSO come in. And that sounds nice enough. Let me very quickly do that with the live cello instead. Same lead in. I think you'll agree the live cello sounds a million times better than the virtual instrument, even though it is BBCSO. Let's just do that again at the end section as well, actually. So we will mute the live cello and we'll go to the end, because this is quite a soaring section here. We'll do a little bit of an intro. This is the virtual instrument, BBCSO. Nice. Let's swap it for the live cello. think you can probably tell the difference now you've heard both of them. Now, this isn't to say that using the virtual instrument is a bad thing, but if you're focusing on an instrument, you probably want to get that live recording. Now, if you're going to do that, to be fair, this BBCSO part is not particularly brilliant. We could work this to make it sound better. The reason it doesn't sound quite so good is what I've had to do is quantise all the notes, and there is a very good reason for that. If I select this part and show you the score, this is how it appears in Logic. But what we ultimately want to do is actually create a PDF. Now, most composing DAWs will be able to produce a score for you, but if you don't quantize the notes, the score will be all over the place with weird timings because you've tried to compensate for coming in early or late. So I've actually not programmed this as well as I might have if I didn't know I was going to send it to a cello player to put their own version on it. So what you have to do is create the part, the melody that you want. What we're then going to do is solo that part and send that to the cellist that we're working with so they know our intention. So you can see I have put some automation on here to show how the part should feel in my head, but I'm leaving it up to the live player to put their own interpretation on it, and that's what you are paying for at the end of the day. It's a professional's view of the music and interpreting it as they hear it. So this is really the fun part, because you send off this track, you also send them the entire track without the cello that you've recorded as well. So they've got a backing track they can listen to when they're playing it in. Typically, you will then get back a set of audio files. So in this case, I ended up with 4 live takes. So that enables me, if there were any little articulations or strange things that had cropped up in the recording that you didn't hear at the time, I've got 4 to play with and mix them together to come up with the final audio track for the cello. If you've got somebody who plays, that's brilliant, but don't forget, there's lots of services on the internet where you can hire a musician to record a particular part for you. You just have to organise it, send through the music, and they will send you back the tracks, and usually a video of them playing it as well. So I'm going to play this for you whole as an outro. I hope you found that fun. Like and subscribe is always appreciated. We've just hit 3,000 subs this week, so thank you very much, and see you in the next one. Bye for now.